Hello, it's Bethany, and this month of February 2024, I posted daily videos of short videos of just saying things I enjoy about Montessori. So I have compiled the video. There'll be two parts. This is the first part. I hope you enjoy. My favorite Montessori material are the grammar symbols. So what the students do is they take these symbols and symbolize the word, which means put the symbol over the word in the sentence. So here's the basic 9 of them, and then there's advanced grammar symbols. Here are them in 3D forms, and I have made these grammar symbolizing cards. So that's verb, this one uses the pronouns and other things all the way. They have all of them, adverb, conjunction, interjection, and a lot of other things. So look at that. This is my favorite Montessori work. So practical life is big in Montessori, and I teach in a lower elementary classroom, and this year I incorporated a practical life shelf, and it's been a lot of fun. I did badminton. They got to go outside and do the badminton. This is when they get on free choice, so when they finish the whole work plan. If you want to see my work plan or my practical life, you can look at my channel, but it's just been a lot of fun. Tying shoes, different music. I put Spanish on there. We even do like business concepts, needs versus wants, services versus products, or material needs versus spiritual needs, different things like that. Another one of my favorite things is peace education. We talk so much about peace in Montessori and trying to be peaceful people. We celebrate Peace Day in September. That is a lot of fun. We do a lot of activities for that, but we all try to learn about peace all year. They can come to the table, relax for a second, get back to work. Maybe they have an argument with a friend and use the peace rose to talk through that, although sometimes that doesn't end very peacefully, and they don't always use the words, but they're just learning how to communicate. So we can just say, hey, be peaceful. Let's give you the tools to learn how to be peaceful. And yeah. Another favorite is just the independent learning. So every student is basically doing something else in the Montessori environment. For example, one student's working on math, one's language, one's cultural, maybe 2 or 3 students are working on a project together. Maybe a 3rd grader is helping a younger student, or maybe a kindergartner is helping a 3-year-old complete a task. It is just beautiful how much work that the students get done with not only their work, but helping others or working collaboratively with each other. We couldn't do a favorites video without mentioning the colored beads. This is just so helpful for students to learn how to add, subtract, add and really multiply. You can also subtract with these, but those have other beads too. But for addition and multiplication, plus the decanomial layout for multiplication, that turns into all these chains of learning. Who put ones off? That's okay, but this is just my favorite math work. The colored beads, where they, not only when they're little, learn to count 1, 1, 2, and they physically see, like, there's 8 beads on here, and then they remember that color. So when they're doing like parenthesis math or different cubing number works, everything, they remember the color pattern, so that really helps them learn. Another one of my favorites is just the beautiful materials. Now, this is very well loved, but everything's wooden, color-coded, just the beautiful materials. You know, the pieces, typically not plastic, all wooden, or like the beads down there, the wooden number tiles. Just beautiful, beautiful materials in general in Montessori. And the beautiful shelves, the wooden shelves we put everything on. Another thing I love that it does deal with practical life is cooking. So this is a stove that I have in my classroom. What other classroom has a stove? Only a Montessori classroom. And so it's just awesome. We have this stove to be able to use. We do a lot of cooking in the oven. And so it's just a lot of fun. They even have a cooking class that which is awesome. So they learn about different plants and foods. So it's just a different experience for them. But I do love to cook, especially like for Maria Montessori's birthday. We'll celebrate and make cupcakes and different things like that. But also we've made pizza, waffles, different things, and it's just a lot of fun. My next favorite is the study of the continents. Now, this is a Montessori globe because North America orange, Europe red, Asia yellow, Africa green, South America pink, and then Antarctica white. And the kids remember those colors, and they go with different works that go around, but I just love how much we study the continents because it's so important for our world to be able to know and study all the different continents. All the continents as well have their own puzzle map, so it's just a brilliant way for students to be able to learn about our world. My favorite history has to be the timeline of life. And now this one you might be saying, oh, well, it looks so old. It is. It was actually my dad's timeline. He still teaches at a different school, but I have his. And I love how old it looks because the timeline of life is, it's supposed to show us how old the earth is and what happened before. And it's so many years. And so it puts in perspective that all this happened and there's a little bit more over here. And then only humans have been only on Earth for such a little amount of time compared to everything, and it's just the best. Another thing I love about Montessori is being able to do research of just anything. The kids can come in and say, I want to learn about frogs today, and then they can learn about them. And I just give them this basic paper that says your topic, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 facts, and then I have them write it in a paragraph form, and then they could also type it as well, but they're literally allowed to research anything, and like maybe something we're studying or something they're interested in, and you're like anything, but they're 6 or 9 year olds, so anything within what they can learn, but that could be like anything. A lot of the kids like to learn about the periodic table or just events in history that have happened, so it's really cool to see what they come up with that they want to learn. Another favorite is the trinomial cube. Now they see this first in the early childhood where they take out all the pieces individually. So these are all individual pieces that come through, and by kindergarten they can do it blindfolded. That's like an extension to the work where they feel the piece and see where it goes, but the whole thing matches the outside. And you may be wondering, what does this show? This shows the tangible, concrete representation of a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and it's so cool. Yeah, so this is one of my favorites in Montessori. Another favorite is just the geometry work in general. So this is the first thing they see in geometry, basically. Well, I shouldn't say the first thing because there's drawers of things, but these are the geometric solids, and they do these in pre-primary. They learn all the names, and they also, I guess, obviously they start with these drawers. These are polygons and rectangles and a square, different sides of triangles by angles and by sides, circles, quadrilaterals, and curved figures. And then they see all those by going through the different cards back here. But in elementary, we do the fundamental concepts and then types of lines, and then all the way to angles and then parts of the circle. So another nice thing about Montessori is the fraction work. And they see these ones in the early childhood and then expand upon them in the elementary. Then we add, subtract with them, and do different things, multiply, equivalent fractions, different thing like that. This is a bit of a mess, but I actually have the cabinet for the upper elementary too, which we use sometimes, but it's just kind of nice that they study so many fractions as well. Thank you for watching. Comment some of your favorite things about Montessori down below. Come back at the end of the month and watch part 2, and then you'll get to see the daily ones up every day. Also, click below to join my free hub of resources. I have so many things in that free hub, from math cards to editing sentences for every single week for each grade, downloads for writing things, printables, so many things in my free hub. Thank you.